Joining us today, YDGeon, an actor, rapper, editor, and the announcer for Mr. J Rap Battles.
Yeah, he's one of the most prolific members of the community by far, judging by the amount of stuff that he's worked on and collaborated with and most of everything in the rap battle community. So it'd be nice to have him on.
Yeah, I mean, he's done Miyamoto, did Jackie Chan, all of BTS for Mr. J. Probably took a lot of effort with that one.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Geon's here now.
Geon, hey.
Oh,
What's up, man?
I'm doing fine.
Nice.
I guess.
You guess. Are you sure you don't hate your life for editing permanently?
My slogan, I edit and die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
but
true.
if you die, you come back, though. So therefore, you can't exactly die. You just edit.
Mhm.
See?
Sounds like my life.
Yeah, edits himself back to life.
Exactly. Well, hey, man, I'm super happy to have you on. I've stated this in the intro that you've essentially crossed over with just about everybody in the community.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just crazy that I was able to work with like a lot of people throughout the years.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you just really wouldn't expect it, though. You edited for ERBP, you were hanging out with Mr. J, Freshy. Dude, the list goes on and on and on and on. It's kind of insurmountable. It's crazy. First off, I like to always ask our guests, how did you ever come in contact with ERB, or your exposure to ERB, I should say?
I honestly don't remember a lot. I don't have that many memories like when I was a child. I came across like, what was it, Vader versus Hitler, or like Jackson versus Presley, and I really loved the visuals for the series because back then like I couldn't understand English at all because I'm from like a foreign country where you don't have to speak English, and I was a child. But like the visuals made me interested. What was it? A few years later, I thought to myself, what if I can make something like this? And the rest is history. When I watched the Stalin versus Stalin versus
Rasputin?
Yeah, there's like a annotation that says something like, "Oh, season 3 is coming this time. Coming this season." I'm like, huh, neat.
Yeah.
I guess you're along for the ride now. Yeah, that's great. You've pretty much been there since the very beginning. Seriously, out there. Season 2 was when they actually decided to amp up their game. Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of evident, judging by the ending to Peter versus Lloyd. That you're gonna make the battles better, et cetera, et cetera. And look at season 2 compared to season 1's quality. A vast
really
difference.
made them better. Yeah.
Easily. No, yeah, without a doubt. And the battles you said in particular, mostly MJ versus Elvis being like their highest caliber, their entire catalog really is one of their best, without a doubt. I love that battle a lot. I love MJ versus Elvis as a music fan, and just overall having that battle exist, it's purely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like their gold standard of rap battles. It's like the first thing. It's probably one of the first of ERB. If you ever were to converse with somebody, you more than likely than not, you would show them MJ versus Elvis, without a doubt. I think it's probably amongst that one. So
yeah, it's a good one to start with.
Yeah, season 2 is like probably the grander of introductions to most of their popular battles that they have. But yeah, that's great though. Yeah, that's great. I started around season 4. Actually, as soon as season 3 was closing up, season 4 was starting out. So that's where I am. But yeah, I'm glad to know that you're pretty much been there since the very beginning. That's great. We pretty much almost everybody in the server has been there since the beginning. Most of us at least. But I'm glad to know that you're from their starting roots all the way to their. Well, you said season 2 was right around the corner as soon as you saw MJ versus Elvis. So that was when they started to amp up in quality for sure.
Yeah.
So that's great. That's great. Yeah, I'm glad to know that.
I wanted to say first about ERB's editing. So you said that, season 2 you got in, but you were really brought into the editing. So obviously it very much improved. You always notice how they put in more detail on that. Now, would you say that now it's a little too much detail? Like a lot of people do have that complaint. Like, how do you feel? Do you still feel impressed with the visuals, or do you think like
it's like?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I don't really think so, because like I also watched like the recent battles, and it's like they put more stuff like they're like what was it, like the smooth like keyframes and whatnot. It's like it's not too much, because throughout the years I've seen like tons of like worst cases of like too crazy rap battle editing out there. So like this still feels like ERB, but like just more movement.
Oh yeah, I think say everyone just has that criticism because of us getting so few battles. They can really dial it down. We don't mind season 2 to 4 editing and backgrounds, but they kind of still go all out.
Yeah, I still appreciate like ERB's old editing. Like some people just like take a look at it and it's like, oh, why no motion blur? Why like why no smooth keyframing? It's all stiff. I'm like, because like even though like, I really appreciate the editing and like tons of details they put into, but like in the end is mostly about the actors, because like if you too much shit into your videos, then bit actors kind of be noticeable. What was it? I don't know if I can mention this, but like if a battle has like too much like 3D camera movement and just like zooming in and out, that the clone characters just move like back and forth and whatnot with motion blur, it just kind of ruins the whole point of the ERB's visual style.
I'll say really quickly, and you can go on. It's just that, obviously ERB has great visuals, but I don't think how Hollywood movies could just have great visuals, but really what matters is writing and, how it plays out in terms of their performance. So that's what I would say.
Have you ever been on the forums or any sort of old dated stuff back then that is no longer that is defunct now?
Yeah, the communities.
So like back in the days when I was like really young, like the concept of like the Western internet wasn't in me yet.
Yeah.
So like whenever I used the internet, it was mostly like I just used the websites from my country and nothing else. I didn't even try to use Google back then. I was like really dumb. I started using like the worldwide internet actively back in like 2014. That's also when I started editing videos. So I just started everything during that year.
Wow, it's just I guess some of the stuff would be kind of anonymous to you, just as a something casual at first, but then you kind of delve into it, and then you end up doing exactly what you're passionate about. I mean, except dying, of course, so you still edit, but what's it call it? No, yeah, I would understand that would be a little bit of a mystique-ness, to you. So, hey, listen, early bloomers, even if you did start it late, what matters most is that you're part of the community now. And look at you now, you're officially 7 BTS members, and you're Miyamoto.
Out
You're
of
1,000
context,
other roles.
that sounds really controversial. But yeah, I like that. I like the fact that I'm like all 7 members of BTS.
But that was part of the joke, though. Essentially, I don't understand why people would hate that. That was fire. I don't know why people were hating it.
Like, how did you get through an entire wardrobe? Like, you managed to do it for 7 people.
All those outfits that I gathered, like to go to like a place where I film rap battles. Like I took an Uber to drive to get there, and like spent like I film rap battles during the nighttime. That's because that's when usually like the place is empty, so I can just film all by myself. So, like so usually like I spend the midnight just doing crazy shit in front of a green screen.
Oh my god, dude, that seems really time extensive. I was gonna say, do you okay, whenever you do body rolls, do you usually film that first or do you edit it later? What's your process like whenever you edit?
I mean, like when it comes to me body acting, obviously I film first because yeah. But I've seen some cases where like people film like test footage first and then like do editing first and then like film later. But I don't do that. I don't do that way. I just like because I need something to work with first before I start editing.
Yeah, so you need some sort of basis before you end up actually finalizing the product that you're actually wanting. So without anything to go off of, it would be a lot more harder than you think. So yeah, that's definitely a smarter way to do it. Or at least, of course, everybody's process in rap battles is very, it kind of varies from person to person. So it is pretty unique. Yeah, because I've always wondered how how you did it mostly. And it seems like it mostly works out for you greatly, or at least I think it does.
Yeah, the fun fact about the BTS thing is like the footage they were using in the battle was from the like a refilming session. I filmed for BTS twice because like the first time I filmed for the BTS was I used the demo to lip sync, but then when when the audio was actually recorded, it was like way different, like from the demo. So like, fuck, it's almost, it's just like the old footage is just unusable. So like, I might as well just fuck it, just refilm it again, and that's what I did. And it looked way better than the original session.
Well, I can't even imagine. I don't think the demo version. I haven't heard it, but I'm assuming it definitely would have fit well with the video choreography going on. I think it would have actually threw everything off, and I think it would have been weird to have N.W.A looking as crisp as quality as possible compared to yours. And it was like, oh no, that would not work.
Yeah, I filmed all my parts in like a 1080p instead of like 4K because I wanted to like save some kind of space on my camera. But when I filmed it again, I just filmed it at 4K and it worked way better.
But hey, sometimes restarts usually comes in the best quality and results. And look at that though. That battle is easily one of my favorites that he's ever done, without a doubt. So that's pretty ambitious, actually.
Yeah, live
For him to do
action.
that.
Yeah, live action battles are really cool when they come out. These days, like people don't really do live action battles that often.
Yeah, it's kind of a rarity if you ever see that type of stuff. I mean, I know people like Gridline and all those guys mostly do live action. Obviously, I said this before that even if you're a rap battle channel, there's no way that ERB didn't inspire you one way or another to do that as well. So obviously, everybody is going to eventually follow suit. It's going to look somewhat decent enough to at least match ERB's quality to some degree. So it is nice seeing that often, and I think Jay is kind of keeping that elevated to a higher degree.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think from what I recall, maybe BTS versus N.W.A was like the first one he shared on the server. I think from my memory.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Because like it was such a big one that we were making back then. Because I'm pretty sure it was like the very first live action battles for the reboot.
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, because it was until it was Beavis and Butthead versus Cuphead and Mugman.
Yeah.
And there was the whole little politician group battle with that. And then BTS versus N.W.A was one of the next ones.
Yeah, the BTS battle was supposed to come out like earlier, but then like the demo incident and also like Eazy-E was taking a long time to get filmed. So yeah, you had to get delayed some.
Dude, you had to bring him back to life, huh? Dude, Brodekai it's like he summoned him from the dead and Eazy-E possessed him. That's how close he was.
He went
to
all
the
out, like ordering the costume and also the green screen because like that was his very first video role.
Oh, I never knew that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, because he nailed the part, and he actually tried to at least sound like him too.
Yeah,
he's probably the most accurate member there easily. Obviously, I know Jay doesn't exactly thrive for accuracy depending on what the characters are. I know he's pretty casual when it comes to both groups, and it's pretty hilarious seeing Easy stand out as like the most accurate member there, but compared to everyone else who doesn't look a thing like their like their rapper counterparts.
At least the main part of the N.W.A is the accurate.
Yeah, and
yeah.
That battle's awesome. It's super catchy. I love the reggae influence beat. How did you end up beating this man? And you guys just made a full-on fusion, Dragon Ball fusion.
Jay?
Yes. How did you ever come in contact with those guys and just ERP in general? I'm assuming you must have known before that. How'd you meet Jay? And et cetera, et cetera.
Obviously, like, I've discovered the fan-made rap battle stuff, like, years ago. Like, honestly, back in 2013 or 2014. And then, like, I started posting, like, my fan edits of rap battles, like, on my YouTube channel. And then one person saw it, which was Brodekai, and, like, he asked me on YouTube discussion page. There was a thing back then.
Yeah.
He asked me, like, hey, do you want to be a part of this series I'm making? And I said, sure. And we shared the Skype, Skype's like, and then like we started making our own shit and whatnot. And I also post my others fan edits on my channel, and apparently like people at the community noticed it, and they started like sending me the friend request on Skype. I'm like, holy! And one day, little flex right now, he invited me to the Skype group with everyone in the community was in, and I was like, hi Geon. I was like, what the fuck? And I was doing that. I was literally fucking shaking. from the excitement. Like people just like telling me like how they like my editing and whatnot. It's just like it was a great day.
Oh wow.
How about Justin's series? Just like what was it? I don't know how I became more involved in the production, but like I started making things for his channel back in 2017. I didn't really talk to him personally much. I only made things for him. But then years ago, was it back in 2017? I made tons of stuff for Justin, but like didn't really talk to him personally because like I was still like fan and he was like active in the different private groups and whatnot. Then like 2021 came around and I was talking to Skeep Tieel, and then Skeep was like talking to me all about like how they are gonna play like Target Night with Jay.
Skeep.
So like Skip told me that like they're gonna play a video game with Jay. I'm like, wait a minute, with Jay? I haven't talked to that guy for years. How come you had contact with the guy? And like and then like I asked Skip like, do you think Jay wanna talk? And we started talking again. And that's how we got reconnected and started talking more in a personal like level. And then I became part of the battles and ERBP season 5 and whatnot. Just like 2021 and 2022 were the years where like we've been reconnecting with old friends in the community.
Have you ever spoken to Nathan?
Nathan? For like a tiny bit, like when he was in VCs and whatnot, like I DM'd him for like for footage that I need for the editing. Other than that, like
No,
like,
he was
chill though.
Oh yeah, he was passing the torch from one J announcer to the other.
Yeah, too bad I can't get that guy. You know, dude, we had to cross through 5 countries just to get that guy.
Oh yeah, he's elusive. But yeah, it'd be a treat.
Yeah, he has his own things to deal with, and like that's fine. Like I completely respect that.
Wholeheartedly understandable. Although it is pretty funny that you guys had to wait like a month or 2,000 years for him to record the announcer. The battle's completely finished. It's funny.
You're talking about the Che Guevara one, right? With the that Morgan Christian.
That's right.
I cannot pronounce the last name. But what was it?
Morgan
because
Christensen,
like I know that people say like we had to wait for the announcer to get the battle out, but in the behind the scenes, like I was just like spending 2 days to figure out this rendering error thing because like whenever I tried to render the full battle, it keeps fucking crashing. I had to figure out what was causing it. For 2 days, I couldn't sleep to the point that like, I got sick.
Damn, that sucks.
When the battle was out. But like, yeah, because like Nathan, recording the announcer, gave me some time.
Oh, okay.
To figure out the errors. Like so, like for me at least, like it didn't feel too long.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just like mostly just a casual running funny gag in our servers. Oh, Nathan takes 100 years to Christmas and whatnot. It's a little funny thing. But it's cool though. But yeah, I'm glad you got to interact with the ERBP group. Exactly. Yes. And you are going to portray Miyamoto again in J series, are you? Or did you already do it again? I can't tell. I think you only did him once, right?
It was for cameo, but it wasn't for battles. It was for that like a series finale of the Jamie Rap battle series. Oh,
okay. Yeah, that was the second time. Yeah, because I thought I saw you.
It is like emote in the server. You know one.
I'm the same. What would you say is your favorite role you've done thus far? I know you said Jackie Chan on several occasions. I'm assuming that has never changed.
Jackie Chan was really fun to do. It's like when it comes to like the most fun thing that I've ever filmed is Jackie Chan, but the role that I'm most proud of is Ash Ketchum.
Oh, nice! My God, yes. I think you beat Brian Walters by a lot, bro. You're in leagues with him now.
People told me that like they prefer my Ash over the ERB's Ash, which is like crazy to me.
Oh yeah, I think the thing with that Ash, obviously ignoring the stuff with Pokemon fans, like they only use Generation 1 stuff. I can't stand it. But anyway, other people who don't
the reason why
go ahead.
The reason why I didn't go for the Gen 1 custom is that like there are like green parts in the outfit.
Yeah,
I can't really use that. You put up a green screen. So I tried to pick the outfit that doesn't include the color green, and that's the one. Was it? I don't know what region was. Like was it Gen 6? It was the one that I used. I don't remember.
Either Unova or Kalos, I guess.
Yeah, Unova. But that's the outfit that didn't get used in any. Let's use that one.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's like the thing I was going to mention with ERB's Ash. Some people said the voice was annoying, sounded a little too much like a kid and all. I mean, obviously, it's kind of the closest ERB portrayal you got to season 1's Justin Bieber, of all things.
I mean, like, you know, they're both kids. What respect?
No, okay, so I will say this though. I just to me felt like Ash didn't have any good lines except, of course, the final one everyone loves. But before that, did he have anything else? It's really, to me, not much. I think Jay's version obviously had more written into a story with, more consistently good jokes, at least. That's what I could say, which is probably why you get the praise on it.
Even though I like the ERB's Ash battle, I really enjoyed like the battle's Ash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like the storyline is just fucking crazy. Like
interwoven into a creepypasta, man.
Mhm.
It was all leading up to that.
yeah,
Who would have thought that was really clever use as it tied into that little funny
Yeah.
theory? So
yeah. Fun fact is that like that part alone is the reason why we wanted to make an Ash battle. Because we wanted to implement this Ash's comma part somehow, and yeah,
yeah, that took me by surprise when I
Yeah.
saw that. I'm like, what the dude? What's happening right now?
Mhm.
That had me weak. That was
the
hilarious.
original idea we wanted to do was it Ash Ketchum versus Joseph Kony,
Oh yeah. Oh, it was. Jay had told us he used to spam that in 2012.
but didn't happen for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's because
Yeah.
no one cares about Coney in the 2020s.
I mean, no one cares about Chris Hansen now.
Yeah, but he still
that's
gets some
right,
memes though. Obviously, people know him by name recognition at least.
Yeah.
I think most of his popularity also stems, well, as far as ERB suggestions go, is mostly him against the Predator, which I don't like at all.
Yeah,
So-
I also don't care for that one.
Imagine if an ERB that is filled with nothing but Predator.
Oh no, it
Yeah,
just
no.
would not
Oh.
work at all.
Yeah,
It just would
exactly.
Like is meh. I mean, like I usually don't care about like the ERB doing any matchups, but like
Yeah,
I just don't like matchups that just rely on one type of jokes and nothing else.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
and
kind
see,
of the worst part about some certain matchups.
Yeah, that's kind of what separates
Mhm.
us from, the casual fans, but also just the ones who just kind of mindlessly go like, this matchup, it sounds funny, it, makes me want it. But to us who, not really so much, I would say, studies family battles, but rather like we've watched so much for over the years. You hear Chris Hansen versus Predator and you're like, yeah, well, this is just going to lead to a bunch of tasteless jokes that won't land, so it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I just don't see it as really too appropriate to really do.
Mhm.
I bet themselves would even feel a little bit discomforting, even try to write for either of those two guys. So
Yeah.
I think it's best that they just don't do it at all. Which I'm glad it's died out now. I like to see someone else do it though.
Oh, yeah,
But
for
I know
sure.
Jenny's Rap Battle's done it. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't my favorite. But I like to see someone else take the reins on it, maybe. So that'll be kind of funny. But obviously, do it in a way that's appropriate. Of course, just don't be stupid for the sake of being stupid.
Yeah, that's back in 2011, battles were like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think it would have probably happened even back then when rap battles were just coming up. I guarantee you that would have been one of the first suggestions to ever be made. Like Guy Fawkes versus Joker levels of jokes of that
Yeah,
type.
actually,
It would not age well.
Didn't the ERB2 shorts start with Chris Hansen versus Dog the Bounty Hunter? Or who cares? But I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
I did.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I did. I want
I
to say,
yeah.
what was the most challenging? It sounds so generic. I feel like I'm giving you a cola, like I'm interviewing you for a job. But what was the most difficult editing process you ever had to do, though? But you still end up persevering through it, and the results are awesome.
Nice. I had to think about it.
He's done so much,
Yeah, I done a lot. It's like like Skip has their own like rap battle series, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It was the latest battle, which was the Cherino versus Taiga, the anime characters. Oh, yeah, very specific. That battle used like a new type of like making a video for a battle, which was like first Skip added like the basic parts of the video first through like Premiere Pro, and then like Skip sends me the project file, and then like I import import them to media. Was it After Effects? So I can put like the visual effects stuff into it, like the motion backgrounds and whatnot. And like it took me like how I can even properly import the files to After Effects. And when I imported them, there are some keyframes that are fucking missing for some fucking reason. So I had to like fix all that. It took me like another day or two. But like I managed to figure it out, and I think that the visuals look really fantastic.
Oh my god, I could tell there was a little bit of a rage behind the scenes a bit.
Yeah.
But it was all worthwhile, though. It's okay. Don't worry. You end up persevering through, man. You're a champ. You managed to do BTS twice. I mean, I don't think anybody else would have the willpower to ever continuously film again.
I'd rather take like having stress while editing over having stress while filming.
I can imagine. Yeah, that'd be easier. Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Oh, you've...
yeah?
Oh, sorry. What were you going to say?
No, what was it? It's crazy that like even to this day, there are people who still use the stuff that I made for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what was it? Freshy kind of like still uses the logo that I made for him.
Oh, yeah. He's never altered it.
I mean, yeah, like I made a logo for him like back in like 2020, yeah, and he was just stuck there ever since.
Oh,
I guess he couldn't find any good other stuff.
I guess your legacy is cemented, technically with him.
Yeah.
Hey, permanently.
The reason why I made a logo is because like there was this type of Dustin kept using for the logo, and in its original form, it looked bad. So like, can I just make this look better at least as a logo? So I just made that one like with the same font, but like I modified them a little bit, and that's what he's been using ever since.
Wow, hey, a fun trivia there. I did not know that you were behind it. Man, I'm telling you, you're everywhere, dude. You're crossover with everybody. Jeez.
Yeah, even ERB like posted the poster I made in the community tab.
Oh, which one?
Yeah. What was it? I made a poster for Biden versus Trump. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen that one when I was scrolling through earlier. Oh, it's interesting.
Let me find the thing again. If like.
Oh yeah, sure. It can be shared on the screen, probably around here. Although I was also wanting to know about that. Do you have any favorite editing moments? Like you caught something ERB did and you were like really impressed with it. Was there anything that caught your eye?
So when it comes to like what was it? I especially love the editing for the Tony Hawk versus Wayne Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's my like best ERB period. Not because of the editing alone, but also like the audio and writing is like they're very solid.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything is fucking balanced.
Of course, Genghis Khan versus the Easter Bunny is like the server's favorite ironic battle to enjoy. I think though Tony Hawk,
that's like really funny.
Yeah, but Tony Hawk versus Wayne Gretzky, I think, is their serious answer for favorite. Like a lot of people love it, consider it the most underrated, but also among their favorites.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't even like sports.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you're not a sports fan, you can still enjoy it because there's things that they add in. Like everyone knows Tony Hawk, and then few people actually didn't know about Wayne Gretzky before the battle. It's something that I kind of have interest in ERB using characters for, but sometimes they may end up like in Stowe. They talk a little too much about themselves as like an introduction, so it go either way. That's why it's kind of like a meme in the server now. Whenever Evil Knievel comes in, it's either they make him like Wayne Gretzky or they make him like Jack Cousteau.
Jack Cousteau, hit the spit blow.
Dude, that guy chased like 500 lions just to build himself up. Like, God damn, man, just get to the battle already.
Mm-hmm.
He loves himself so much, man.
Exactly, dude. That's how boring he was.
Yeah, for real. Because see, when Jack the Ripper was doing it, it's like it's Dan Bull writing it, so it's like he did it so intricately. You're like really impressed with his flow and
also like
scheme.
Also Jack the Ripper's like he was full of himself, I guess, through the letters that he sent to the police.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
that makes
sense.
Right.
Still, you're kind of like
Jack was like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know Jack Cousteau too much, so I don't know exactly, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I mainly knew him first because of the SpongeBob movie DVD extras, and just because Hillenburg loved Jack Cousteau. I'm just disappointed he was about to go against SpongeBob in the battle. Then they moved it on to Steve Irwin, which is fine, but no SpongeBob references in the battle. They could have mentioned a Peter disc. Missed opportunity with that one.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Nice one.
Won't you edit my my videos, please, Peter?
Oh, not again.
Hey, come on. Gotta make some compromises here. Come on, Peter.
That's the words I hear every single day.
No, man, we love you, man. That's what matters the most.
Of course. Yeah, it's Geon's
I
the
love
glue
you.
that puts everything
Oh, shit,
together.
man. Appreciate it. That's just a factual statement, though. I mean, that guy's... Dude, you've been around everywhere. Dude, you've done covers. You've done backgrounds. You've even done your own little animated shorts. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
it's
yeah.
unlisted now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you went deep in that.
Get a little bit of a memory.
what was that one again? Is it about Professor Layton?
I think so, yes.
Oh yeah. The fun thing about them was like the whole thing came from like a different group that I'm part of. It's like a different series. That's not related to rap battles whatsoever.
Oh, it's
And
like
in
in
the
your free
behind the
time.
scenes, the VS were like just fucking around, just recording funny stuff, and I decided to just like animate it, and that's what happened there.
Oh wow, another side of Geon
Dude.
the rap battle community doesn't know about.
Yeah, it's something.
Yes.
It's either me editing for rap battles or just designing merch for the Ace Attorney My Little Pony stuff. Yeah, that's what it was.
Wow. Yeah, you did mention
You
how
just,
you said you loved graphic design and logos, anything like that. Is there anything that you also
Yeah.
love with you've seen before in the community?
I mean, like, what? Like, can you give me an example?
Yeah, like say, actually going back to the Ash Ketchum battle, like what is your opinion on how they animated the Pokemon? Because even though it wasn't smoothest, I do kind of appreciate there being 2D animation in ERB. But then I feel like other rap battle channels have kind of gone a little beyond that to animate the whole rappers. Obviously, Eddie is a big example. Like, say if you have anything like that, similar to that maybe you were really enjoying.
It's like, ERB's Ash battle is, what was it? The Pokemons are not the like main part of the battle. Ash is.
Yeah.
So like, it makes sense how they're animated, and if it's well like to the video, so I like them. And like Eddie's like a serious like one of the best in FRB out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like I really love the SpongeBob versus Ketchum Underpass. Not only the animation, but also the performance of the animals.
Oh, man. Yeah, Eddie goes the extra length for his battles, man. Outstanding how well he actually manages to pull them together. And the final product is always a blast to just visually just congest everything about it. And it's that one in particular has to be one of my favorites. How in pocket the rappers are with the beat. And the lyrics actually hit too, though. I mean, they're pretty easy characters to understand. I mean, SpongeBob obviously being a global icon, and Captain Underpants being a popular book character, and they fit extremely well together. Really good stuff.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, also like, on a funny thing that is like a funny thing is that like Eddie once told Jay like recently, like not so recently, but like recent enough, that like Eddie watches like Jay's new content and like take inspiration from it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so like
wow.
Yeah, it's like
That's
we
cool.
still inspire people to make stuff, which is like really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I
It's
tell
cool that you guys such have a
Like also like especially like Eddie being one of the best out there.
easily, without a doubt. I mean, he's definitely at the top of the food chain right there. His editing process is excelente, and his performances and the visual aesthetic is just he has his own style. That's what I like about his. He had this cartoony-ish, stretchy style that feels very vibrant and within his own format. And it works splendidly well, and I'm glad that obviously I love how rap battle channels distinct each other, from one another, and I like that a lot.
That's
So
one thing that I like about certain rap battle channel, like to have this thing like a style in their series. Like there's some they're just too similar to each other. Just that
I agree.
They just feel nothing.
That's I wish more channels actually took more risk.
And the editing style is also like a factor to that, because like a lot of times like the battles can have like, oh, there's like two PNGs just rotating from side to side, the cameras zoom in and out, and just like motion blurs just crazy and what was shocking. But like It's cool. Those styles that style can be cool if it's used like properly, but like sometimes it's like done in the entirety of the video, which is like
Oh
can be
yeah,
overpowering and like I get vertigo. Yeah.
I can imagine because it's really formulaic and it's a little bit too safe of an approach for these channels to do. And it's not often that they would do it though, but I can definitely agree with you that it can get a little bit too excessive, a little bit. And I
Yeah.
think that it'd be nice for creators to actually differentiate from that. Not often though, but if it's a way to get out of battle soon enough though, I guess that works enough for them. But whatever,
Yeah.
whatever process works for them, it's okay. But that's obviously a safer way to go about it though, and it's not
Yeah.
exactly the most ideal.
From
it
a
works.
from a guy who's tried this style before, and yeah, it is like it saves time.
Mhm.
I think that's what they're going for. But like, I'd rather take more time editing properly than like do that though. But oh well.
Whatever floats their boat, I guess. There's a lot of channels that are different enough to not really be too samey. So that's good though. That's really good. That's all that matters. Have you ever been on the ERB wiki or anywhere else? So you ever interacted with Lloyd and Peter?
Lloyd and Peter. No, I don't think so. And every week is like, I posted 2 blog posts, and that's it. And both of them are about like, hey, tell me your matchups. I can make covers out of it, and yeah.
Oh yeah, people used to do that back then because Stelfric showed us how he was
Yeah.
among the first to get something like that going.
So
Yeah.
did it,
Mhm.
Skeep did it, and that's why I did it too.
Never once had a personal interaction with Peter or Lloyd.
Sadly,
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Not even. Are you not in the Patreon?
I am in the patch. I mean, like, what was it? Like,
Oh well, then again,
what was it?
you know, it's
I mean,
time
like,
zones.
Peter might have said hi to me when I said hi, but like they're just, saying hi. But like, what was it? When Peter and Lloyd were in the chat talking about like, this was before 4 versus Mars came out, and
Mhm.
Peter sent like some behind the scenes images and whatnot, and I decided to make a cover out of it, and I sent it, and Peter was like, "Dude, how did you find this thumbnail?" And
Nice.
Tony was like, he made it himself. Wow, this actually is great. This is actually wonderful.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, like I made it into like I took their like old thumbnail from somewhere. It's just moment.
Oh shit. They cherish that though. It's probably the only
Yeah.
time you get it. So
Well, they did acknowledge him
Also,
with
like, what
the
was it?
with the ERB's
Also, like,
community tab.
Yeah. Also, a few years ago, I designed the merch stuff
Mhm.
for ERB. What was it? Because that was when like they posted in they posted in social media. They're like, "Hey, can you make a merch design so we can put in the store?" And I did it, and they actually put it in the store
Oh, nice.
for a bit.
Oh yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
matter of
yeah.
how ERB can kind of. They
And I
should
don't
give
even
more.
know if someone even bought the shirt anyway. I think
Oh, sure.
only I did.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think ERB merch would sell too much compared to other YouTubers anyway. Because I did buy like say season 1 CD. I think it's autographed, but I don't know where I put it. And then like a shirt, and that's probably it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was in the director tier in the Patreon
Mhm.
before.
Oh yeah, I was.
Just didn't become a thing.
Yeah.
And then like I got a bunch of like the director tier gifts. They sent people.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're pretty cool. I have like what was it, season 6 CD or something.
Because I was also in that tier when I was doing it, but that was in 2019. Then I left in 2020, so like early 2020.
Yeah.
And I did get some stuff. But yeah, when I was there, it was rather cool to see, that they were still active for that time. But kind of now it's a little hesitant to kind of want to keep going back for the supporting.
I'm just grateful enough that like they're still willing to make content. Like that's what I care about. Like I don't call me like weird, but like I don't care how long they would take to make battles, but like I just like maybe I have bias.
Oh yeah, we get that because
Like,
we're all fans,
ERB,
obviously.
Yeah, ERB gave me pretty much everything what I have right now because their series was the reason why I started editing and became interested in like graphic design and whatnot. I set that as my career, so ERB became my career. So like I'm really thankful for Peter and Lloyd. Sound corny?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, here's the thing though. I will say we're all definitely grateful. We still love the series and what they all managed to do. Like the community itself definitely couldn't have happened with like any other. ERB could have been someone else's, series and channel, and it could have like lasted a lot less. But Peter, I will say he dedicates the time to make it all musically worth it. Before, when we were talking about visuals, I feel like they always have to focus more on writing and the way it'll sound to most people, because that's really what everyone will go back for. They love putting it on playlists. They love, they got the voices right for how it managed to, impersonate them.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird coming from like the video guy, but like I'd rather watch like a battle that is like has like awful video but like has like good audio over like the battle with great video but like shitty audio.
Oh yeah, definitely. And writing
Jackson
too as well.
versus Joker.
I was just about to say something like that.
What?
Yeah, Guy versus Joker, or Michael Jackson versus Joker. Those so bad it's good stuff. Like yeah.
In that case, it's like both audio and video.
Oh yeah, true. Well, I mean, Guy versus Joker definitely has the video going for it. But man, it's either you do something worth going back to, or you kind of become a laughingstock.
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to actually touch upon your covers a little bit. You've done pretty much just about all, well, not all of it, but at least the major ones of the community before it became private in the in rap battles. And I was just listening to Danny Antonucci versus Craig McCracken not too long ago, and
I don't know why you listen to my covers. Like those are bad.
I was interested.
But I do it anyway because it's fun, I guess.
And it's hilarious.
Also, I used to like practice rapping. I'm not so good at it because my accent is getting in the way a lot.
Hey, but when it fits, it really fits. I say with certain characters, so it's not that big of a deal, man. I say you do a really good job at it, especially with Jackie Chan. Obviously with him though, you've definitely exaggerated his voice a lot more than he used to be.
Yeah, try to like pronounce every single L in the verses like R, because like I can do it, but it was hard though. I know that I have an accent, but it's not one of those like very exaggerated stereotype accent. I just like have an Asian accent.
I always looked at your Jackie Chan. I always envisioned that, this is what ERB would kind of do if they were to use them in a way. They kind of would do this. Well, obviously not to that parody extreme, but it would definitely kind of base his mannerisms in a more quirky, action, cheesy way. Kind of like what you did.
Yeah, like.
But they're not going to do him now, so.
That's a shame.
What do you mean? You never know.
I know, but I mean, his only chance was against Tom Cruise, and that's really out the window now.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, that's not going to happen. And really, Jackie Chan only has Buster Keaton, but you're not really going to care about that. That's the side part. So it's kind of leftovers from the opponents that they should have been facing, but I digress. Whatever. We're probably not going to see him for a while, I guess. But if he does appear, okay. But Tom Cruise was his best chance, and sadly, that's not going to happen. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
All right. Well,
we all lose.
I want to go ahead and wrap it up. So normally we just end it with showing the suggestion that you will want. So as we asked you, which matchup would you want, not just for ERB but in general, like which one's your favorite to want to see?
Yes, or tell us.
If it was for ERB, I would suggest like what was it, Todd Howard versus Hideo Kojima.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was someone from ERB who's already done it. So like if it was for other series, I don't know, just do anything you want. I'm not really. I'm not a guy who comes up with matchups and whatnot.
Oh yeah, you're not too picky on it.
You just follow through, huh?
Yeah, I will say though, in case
that's understandable.
In case you like this idea though, Howard versus Kojima. So I've seen this said before, like there is a contrast with like how Todd Howard loves to make games for money, Kojima loves to make games for, the artistic vision of it. And then there's the addition of third party for Miyamoto because he loves to make games just for fun. So I like that idea just for the, clever integration for all three having different views of how to make games.
That seems really interesting. I always wanted ERB to use Miyamoto in a battle.
Oh, definitely. We love him versus
what do you think of
Miyazaki.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that one? Oh, sweet. Awesome. Yeah, I
really like that one too.
Yeah, that one's awesome. It's became such a fan favorite in the server. It's pretty much obsessive over, and it's really awesome. And I really do think it's the best, really, for either of them. Though it really matches each other, and not only in accolades, but just the overall impact they had in just in culture that they had. You know, it's really good.
Yeah, from all the Nintendo and the anime fans we have.
That's right. Yeah. Oh my god, we have so many of it.
Very short. Rap battles are cool.
I make rap battles, and you die. There you go.
Yeah,
Definitely.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to say before we actually permanently wrap up now, is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to promote? Anything you'd like to mention? Yeah, before we wrap it up.
Go to Mr. J's channel, watch epic rap battles of history. All of them now.
Oh yeah, he just came out with a great
You
one.
will be having. Yeah, that was awesome. I love the Squidward versus Donkey Ramba, whatever the hell you want to call it. Man, I love those battles, and hopefully, he's definitely hit a gold mine with that type of concept, and it's hysterical, and I love it. You will be having more ERBP roles in the future.
Yeah, there's some that I didn't film yet. Well, like I just had a hard time buying the costume for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm really eager to know what it is, but we'll see what happens then.
Yeah, all I can say is he's an Asian guy.
He's an Asian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stay tuned.
That's all you need to know. That's the biggest hint. That's right.
Yeah.
It could be any Asian. Don't worry about it, though. You're gonna have to find out till the battle releases. But all right, man. It's been actually pretty wonderful chatting with you. I know we kind of stumble over each other, but it's okay though. Don't worry. I'll definitely try to clean this up. But no matter what, that's probably gonna come out really clean when I do it. Or maybe you could probably be our editor this time. I don't know. I'm kidding. It's I know you're already overwhelmed with much of the stuff.
I almost died when I was trying to edit like a 15-minute long video. So I'm pretty sure this a podcast usually lasts like an hour or so.
Yeah, we were past an hour.
Usually, yeah. But yeah, it was awesome having you back. We would definitely love to have you back on if possible too. If you're down, you know, if we make time,
then sure.
Of course, yeah. And it was just awesome having you on, man. Great to have you here.
Glad to be here as well. It's pretty cool.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Take care.
Good night or good morning for you, or good afternoon.
Good noon.
Yeah, good noon.